We want the parents involved in the children's lives in growing their spirituality. But part of the problem is that we don't always get the parents. So one of the things is through the Sunday school, we can always bring in the children who will bring in their parents as part of involving the parents in the ministry. What we did was we changed the Sunday school a little bit, and we looked into what they call workshop zone. It's a rotation curriculum that really addresses the different learning styles that all of us have. And there's about 8 of them. Right now we're only having 4 because we only have room for 4 of the workshops. But at the same time, I'm excited that when we have the new Children's Village, we will be able to expand it to include all 8 learning styles. One of the things, though, that we are unable to do is to keep all of the children together. So with this new building, hopefully we'll be able to get all of the younger kids on the first floor, and then the village will really encompass all of the kids together. And what I like about the new village is that it's very visible from the parking lot.
Yeah, because right now when people come to the church, they don't even see where the children's ministry is. It's like, okay, where are the kids? Because they're kind of hidden away in the back. And so we're so excited to be able to have the Children's Village so visible from the street, even in the parking lot. You can actually go in and you'll see exactly where the kids are supposed to be, and parents will know exactly where to go. We'll have a little welcome center and a little place for the parents to gather while they're waiting for their kids to come, and it'll be just a great experience.
Yeah, the other part of it is that there's a huge play area. Not only there's a basketball court, but there's this greenery where it's like a park-like setting where the kids can really just play, use their imagination to play.
Yeah, because right now the kids are in the background, in the back of the building, so you don't even see the little kids playing. And everybody misses out on that. So they'll be able to actually interact and see the kids playing and know that we have this little faith village of children. It'll be really exciting to have that visible.
Right, and they get to play together, not just separately in separate playgrounds. Right now we're planning on having a children's chapel, and this chapel is, I'm just really excited about the chapel. It's a place for their own where they can sense God's presence, and really a place where we can teach kids what it means to worship God.
Yeah, right now the children's worship is in the fellowship hall. So it's a temporary situation. We can't put anything up. It can't be decorated to look like a worship setting. It's just the fellowship hall. And the kids miss out. They don't even have chairs or anything. They're just on rugs. And they miss out on having a space that's dedicated just to them to be able to worship and to gather together and have that time for themselves. They're sharing a space.
The other thing that I'm excited about too is for the younger kids, we're building it to the Title 22 specifications, which means it's geared for daycare programs. And we'll be able to do a MOPS program, a similar type of MOPS program where we not only include the mothers, stay-at-home mothers of Evergreen, but to include the moms from the community and have parenting classes for them as well, so that way we can draw the parents of moms or moms who are staying home with young kids, so they can come and learn how to parent their children, give them parenting skills. They would learn along with the moms of Evergreen, and we can make that connection. And I think there's a real need for that as well.
Youth ministry today is probably harder than ever because there's so many things students can get involved with. We see the value of students come to church, experiencing a new life in Christ, and so what we try to do is to make it totally different than what they might expect. A lot of them never come to church, they have no idea what church is like, so we try to create an environment here at Evergreen where it's a fun environment, safe, where students can come and really experience church like they've never had before.
Currently, we don't have that kind of space. We use our existing spaces, so the back of the worship center, the fellowship hall back there, the sanctuary upstairs, and we're trying as best we can keep all the students in one area just so that we can manage the large crowds that we get. But with the new space, we won't have to do all that because it'll be set up. It'll be a youth-specific space where they can come and feel like this is a place where they can feel at home, where they can feel like they belong, where they can feel like they have ownership in the church.
I see a lot of students who aren't involved in the programs just walking around on the streets, not really going home, not really doing anything productive. I think a real gift that our church could give to this community is to provide a safe place where students can come after school to get tutored, to get help, be hooked up with a role model. That's something that really is a need in the community and something that Evergreen can really give as a gift.
At Evergreen, it's definitely something that we would want to vision to have a worship service that is inspiring to most people that come, that would really be something that you don't feel like you're just sitting in, but be able to experience just God and His presence through the Spirit, through the different aspects of the worship component, through the worship music, through the teaching time. You would not simply just be someone participating in the service, just sitting there.
I think the purpose of what we do during our worship times is really to focus on God. For there to be any kind of distraction, whether it's a loud noise, can't see, can't hear, I'm thinking about whether I like the song or not, whatever kind of distraction that is, that really detracts from the worship time. And so what happens right now in our current building, unfortunately, there are some inherent distractions built in to the current structure. And what I'm talking about is like that back part of the sanctuary, which I don't know if you've sat there before, but I have, and it's really hard to hear. I can't understand the words. I feel really self-conscious because all I hear is myself singing and other people around. You can just really hear people's voices stick out.
Definitely, kind of just the space of the sanctuary has changed and improved over the last couple years. People love being able to just be part of the worship service. So we've made a lot of kind of enhancements with what we have to just enhance that back area. But even with all those kind of enhancements, it's still not fully inclusive of everyone that is coming to our worship service.
Yeah, and worship should not be a spectator sport.
Yeah. Originally, we had thrown the idea of putting the sanctuary, turning it 90 degrees. Now, with the new design, being able to take the ceiling up, take out that back area, really just bring everyone into one central location. And with the stadium seating, that'll really make the people feel like you're still participating. Wherever you're sitting, that you can hear properly, that you can see properly, just so that any of the distractions that we have right now are not there.
I think a lot of people are feeling spiritually dry, that they don't have a relationship with God or they don't experience God other than through their head. I'm really excited about what we're doing with the sacred spaces as a way for people to be able to connect with God, to allow God to meet them in areas that their souls are dry.
The thing that excites me, Dave, is we've had all these different opportunities to really explore, go into these different spiritual practices and spiritual disciplines. And I'm really excited about the possibility that with this whole Faith Village plan, it's incorporating this idea of sacred space, particularly the prayer garden. I'm really excited about that possibility of having our people have that place where they can enter into silence and solitude.
And we're also having that labyrinth. So what's that labyrinth for?
Labyrinth is actually a tool where people can actually sort of simulate their own spiritual journey. It's like a place for doing meditative, reflective prayer walk.
And we also have that children's chapel that's going to be used primarily for children, but I think there's multiple uses for that. We could have today's service seating at about 150 people.
Yeah, I can imagine us really utilizing it to the max. And also that intimate chapel right beside the prayer garden.
And so right now I'm teaching Sacred Rhythms over in Don Bosco, but that'd be a good place for us to teach a class like that on campus.